Success isn't just impressive, it's attractive and sexy. It changes how people see you, how they treat you, and even how your brain responds to someone. Today we're breaking down the science of why success is undeniably sexy. Success has a glow, a magnetism, a gravitational pull. But why? Why does success make someone instantly more attractive, physically, emotionally, psychologically? Hello, beautiful thinkers. Today on our Thinking Lab, we're diving into the biology, psychology, ancient wisdom, and biblical truth behind why success is one of the most irresistible qualities a human can have. And yes, we're adding a few funny, painfully accurate examples of how we act when we think someone is successful. Tuned in because I've added 5 habits on how to become successfully sexy attractive. Now, let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Science. Success triggers attraction. Success signals competence, stability, resourcefulness, and emotional intelligence. Your brain is wired to find these traits attractive because they increase safety, survival, security, long-term stability. Neuroscience shows that successful people activate the brain's reward system, increasing dopamine and oxytocin, the same chemicals linked to trust and desire. Success equals safety, plus capability, plus direction. And that combination is biologically irresistible. Funny but true. Example number 1, the sudden crush syndrome. You ever notice how someone looks way more attractive after you find out they have a good job? Yesterday you were like, he's okay. Today you hear he's a surgeon and suddenly, wait, did he always have such nice eyebrows? Success didn't change his face, it changed your brain. Chapter 2. Psychology, success signals, self-control. Psychology shows that success is strongly linked to discipline, consistency, and emotional regulation. These traits are sexy because they communicate reliability, maturity, ambition, leadership, follow-through. People who succeed don't rely on moods, they rely on systems, and that stability is deeply attractive. Funny but true. Example number 2, the productive person glow. You ever see someone working on their laptop at a cafe and suddenly think they're the hottest person alive? They could be answering emails, they could be deleting spam, they could be ordering socks on Amazon. But your brain goes, wow, look at them, so focused, so driven, so marriage material. Success, or even the appearance of it, is magnetic. Chapter 3. Ancient wisdom. Success as virtue. Ancient philosophers believed success wasn't about wealth. It was about excellence. Aristotle called it arete, the fulfillment of one's highest potential. Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Success was seen as the natural result of discipline, character, wisdom, purpose. In ancient times, success wasn't sexy because of status. It was sexy because it meant you were living with intention. Chapter 4. Biblical wisdom, success as stewardship. Biblical wisdom teaches that success is attractive because it reflects good stewardship. Proverbs says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. Success is seen as responsibility, diligence, integrity, faithfulness. These qualities build trust, and trust is one of the most attractive forces on earth. Funny but true. Example number 3. The successful friend effect. You ever have that one friend who suddenly gets a promotion, and now everyone wants to date them? Last week, yeah, he's cool. This week, he's a senior manager? Oh wow, he's glowing. Did he get taller? Success didn't change their height. It changed their perceived value. Chapter 5. Success changes your energy. Success gives you confidence, clarity, direction, purpose, emotional stability. These qualities radiate. They change how you walk, talk, think, and carry yourself. Success is sexy because it's not just external, it's energetic. People feel it before they see it. Example, how you walk into a room after one productive morning. You ever notice how one productive morning turns you into a completely different human? You fold your laundry, answer 2 emails, drink water like a responsible adult, and suddenly you're walking around your house like you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Your posture changes, your voice changes, your energy changes. You're like, wow, look at me. I'm unstoppable. I should probably write a book or buy a blazer. Meanwhile, yesterday, when you procrastinated everything, you were lying on the couch like a Victorian child recovering from an illness. That's the power of success, even tiny success. It shifts your energy so fast, it's almost embarrassing. Chapter 6. How to become successfully attractive. Here are 5 steps, simple and practical, you can adapt in everyday life. Number 1. Build discipline, not vibes. Example, going for a 10-minute walk even when you're not in the mood. Most people say, I'll go for a walk when I feel like it. But feeling like it depends on vibes, and vibes are unstable, emotional, and easily hijacked by weather, stress, or the gravitational pull of your couch. Build discipline instead. Set a non-negotiable rule. I walk for 10 minutes every day, no matter what. Not when the weather is perfect, not when your playlist is inspiring, not when your mood is aligned with the universe. Just every day. Why it works? It trains your brain to act without waiting for emotional permission. It builds identity. I'm someone who follows through. It removes the drama and decision fatigue. It compounds into better energy, mood, and confidence. Discipline creates results. Vibes create excuses. Attraction grows from consistency. Number 2. Improve your emotional regulation. Example, pausing for 10 seconds before responding when you're annoyed. Most people react instantly when something irritates them. A rude text, a partner's tone, a co-worker's comment. That instant reaction is your amygdala talking, not your wisdom. Improve emotional regulation. Create a tiny rule. When I feel triggered, I pause for 10 seconds before responding. In those 10 seconds, your heart rate drops. Your prefrontal cortex comes back online. Your thoughts become clearer. Your response becomes intentional, not emotional. Why it works? You're training your nervous system to respond from clarity instead of impulse. That tiny pause is emotional maturity in action, and it changes relationships, communication, and your entire sense of inner peace. Calm is magnetic. Number 3, pursue excellence, not applause. People feel the difference. Success is sexy because it reflects who you've become, not what you own. Example, doing your best work, even when no one is watching. Most people only put in extra effort when someone will notice, a boss, a partner, a friend, an audience. But that means your standard depends on applause, not integrity. Pursue excellence instead. Imagine you're finishing a work task. No one will check it. No one will praise it. No one will even know how much effort you put in. Still, you choose to. Double-check your work. Organize it clearly. Deliver it with care. Take pride in the quality, not because someone will clap for you, but because excellence is who you are, not something you perform. Why it works? It builds self-respect. It strengthens identity. It creates internal confidence. It separates you from people who only try when they're being watched. Excellence is a private standard. Applause is a public reaction. One builds character, the other builds ego. Number 4, keep your promises to yourself. Most people break promises to themselves the way they break New Year's resolutions, casually, quietly, and without consequence. But self-trust is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. When you say, you'll do something, wake up earlier, finish a task, drink more water, show up for your goals, and you actually follow through, you radiate reliability, confidence, emotional maturity, inner stability. People can feel when you trust yourself, and self-trust is magnetic. Example, setting your alarm for 7 a.m. and actually getting up. Most people set an alarm with good intentions. I'm waking up early tomorrow, new day, new me. Then the morning comes. The alarm rings, and suddenly the bed feels like a luxury hotel suite you can't afford to leave. Keeping your promise to yourself looks like, when the alarm goes off, you get up, not because you feel energized, not because you're motivated, but because you said you would. It's a tiny moment, but it builds massive self-trust. Why it works? You prove to yourself that your word matters. You strengthen your identity as someone who follows through. You build discipline in micro moments that compound into confidence. You stop negotiating with your excuses. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, even a small one, you become more powerful, more grounded, and more attractive from the inside out. Success is sexy because it reflects who you've become, not what you own. Lastly, number 5, protect your peace. Like it's a full-time job. Attractive people aren't chaotic. They're grounded. They don't let every inconvenience, every rude comment, or every tiny setback hijack their mood. A simple daily practice. Say no to one thing that drains you and yes to one thing that nourishes you. That might look like saying no to gossip, saying yes to a 10-minute walk, saying no to overcommitting, saying yes to rest, saying no to emotional chaos, saying yes to boundaries. Peace is a form of power, and power is deeply attractive. Why it works? It stabilizes your nervous system. When you protect your peace, you reduce unnecessary stress signals. A regulated nervous system makes you think better, speak better, and show up better. And people feel that grounded energy instantly. 2, it builds emotional authority. Instead of letting the world yank your emotions around, you become the one who decides how you feel and when you respond. That level of self-control is rare, and rare is attractive. 3, it signals self-respect. When you choose peace over pressure, you communicate, my inner world matters. People naturally respect and are drawn to someone who respects themselves. 4, it creates consistency in your presence. Chaotic people are unpredictable. Peaceful people are steady. Steady is trustworthy, and trust is one of the most attractive forces on earth. 5, it elevates your energy. When you protect your peace, your energy becomes cleaner, lighter, and more intentional. You stop leaking power. You stop absorbing other people's chaos. You start radiating calm confidence, the kind that makes people lean in. We reached our closing. If this episode enlightened you, don't forget to subscribe, like and share to a friend who needs to get their sexy back. Success is sexy because it reflects what scripture and the ancients always taught. That a disciplined, wise, and self-mastered life radiates a beauty no ornament can imitate. When you rise in character, in purpose, and in stewardship of your gifts, you don't chase attraction. You embody the kind of excellence that Proverbs calls more precious than rubies, and the world can't help but notice. Success isn't about impressing others. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts better relationships, better opportunities, and a better life. Success is sexy because self-mastery is sexy. And the more you grow, the more you glow. Thank you for stopping by at our thinking lab, where we just don't glow from the inside and out, but we grow beautifully. Until next, stay grounded, stay healthy, stay powerful, stay beautiful.